and true. I was a massive fan. 25 years on, he's still sharing that awesome voice of his because he's very shortly on tour. So tell us more, please welcome Tony Hadley.
Right, gentlemen. How are you, mate?
How are you, mate?
I think you'll find it's 35 years, mate.
Hey, shush. You look fat.
It's scary.
You don't age at all, do you?
It's amazing what I can do with that makeup, isn't it?
Well, they do it every
day,
week.
every 6 months you go to LA and they just pin it back just a little bit. No, I'm sorry.
Rubbish. This is the real thing. And you're back on tour, which is fantastic. But this is a tour with a difference because you're doing the hits and some more, but also with a live orchestra.
Yeah, I did it last October. We had the idea of taking. I mean, I've worked with orchestras all over Europe with people like James Brown and Joe Cocker. We also took an orchestra to South America with. That was amazing. With Alice Cooper, fantastic, and John Anderson from
He's
Yes.
great,
It was like, I was completely weird, And Alice Cooper's a fantastic guy. He's a brilliant guy. So I've worked with orchestras in the past and always thought, wow, it'd be great to do my own kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So basically, we took Spandau's greatest hits, orchestrated it. Very expensive job, that.
Yeah, I bet. I was thinking.
But it sounds absolutely beautiful, and songs that I wouldn't even dare to have done today without an orchestra, things like Muscle Bound, and just sound beautiful because you've got pizzicato strings and the timps and stuff. So it gives all the songs a completely new dynamic, and they sound beautiful from my point of view. I've got my band and a 4-piece brass section, and then a 40-piece orchestra behind.
Wow!
And you, as a singer, you just go, this is great.
Yeah, you're on that cloud, aren't you? And you're just above it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so that's the second half. And the first half, I'm doing stuff. I mean, I like Don Henley, New York Minute, which just sounds like it's like wow. And then some songs from the new album, and it's all pretty cool.
A couple of steps numbers there.
Yeah, and I do a few moves. I've got to tell you, that's unbelievable. I see it watching that.
What, me?
You did tumbling.
Oh,
thing.
that? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would you do something like that?
No.
You can think about it if you want.
I'm not flexible in the least.
I know this tour ends in Theatre Royal Drury Lane. Have you ever played there before?
No, I haven't. We start, I think it's 7th in Ipswich, and we do all the beautiful theatres around the country. It's the first proper tour I've done in years, actually. So we're doing a 10-day tour with the orchestra, and we end up at I think it's the 19th of October, Theatre Royal, Drury Lane.
That's a nice venue. But of course, you've done West End
before.
before.
Lovey, haven't I?
You've been Lovey before.
I've been Lovey before,
Yeah, 2007, Billy Flynn, Chicago.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I know, I did Billy, yeah.
That was a fantastic run of Chicago as well, sold out. Everyone wanted to see you in it.
Well, it was a kind of a weird one because I had the Swing album out at the same... I was nearly finishing the Swing album, which I'm really into swing. And they asked me to do Chicago. So I went along to see it. I went, yeah, it's a piece of cake, isn't it? It's a couple of songs, a bit of dialogue. And then I agreed to do it, and then they gave me the script. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know there was that, weren't there?
You were surrounded by beautiful girls every night.
I know, but that was great.
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't that hard a job?
I'll tell you what, no, but when you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and you get the script by the side of your bed and you're, because I've never done anything like that
Welcome
before.
to our world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, it got that working though. Yeah. And it was fantastic. I did 3 months, made a lot of good friends, and we did very, very well, which was great.
It's incredible how you got into this, because your first job was something like stacking shelves in a dairy, wasn't it? You got 50p for 2 hours work.
I was the singing, stacking shelf dairyman.
Brilliant. And then you won a
It's a
good hours.
I was just going to say that.
It's just anything for a bit of pocket money, really. So I've since then I've never not worked. I've always, worked down Chapel Market. I worked in hotels. Chapel Market is in Islington, by the way. Worked in hotels as pulling off sheets as a maintenance man. I couldn't maintain anything, But so I've always done stuff. But I originally wanted to be I wanted to be a surgeon.
Yeah, you did. It was medicine, wasn't it? It's amazing. And then you won a talent competition, and that was it.
Well, I realised I wasn't probably going to make it as a surgeon academically. So I discovered music, and then I went on a talent competition, got the girl, signed autographs. There's people coming up to you, go, "You're right, son. You sing a bit, yeah. It's not too bad, And all of a sudden, I thought, this is pretty good. This, hello, darling. And I thought that's quite a nice job. So that was the career move.
I'm also massively envious of you because you sometimes play for Arsenal Pro Celebs, or you have done.
Well, I have done. I haven't played in the last year because that's been operated on. And so I've just started training again. Brian Hornsby, who runs the Arsenal celeb team, he's like, Tone, you're too old. I mean, Tommy Walsh is in it, Tommy Walsh, builder Tommy Walsh. And we're standing there sometimes, like, do you realise we're the two oldest blokes in this football team? But it's great. I mean, I love it, and so I've got to get back. I've got to get back to training and really,
But also, your kids must keep you active because you've got what? You've got five kids ranging from the age of 2 to 30.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You need a medal.
Yeah, well, it's good fun.
Wow.
I mean, Tom's 30. Tony, she's married. She's 28. She's married to a video editor and musician, actually.
Oh, okay.
And we've written a song together on the new album, which is kind of nice. Max, 23. He's in the back room. He's in the green room.
Excellent.
And then we've got 7-year-old Zara and 2-year-old Genevieve, who's a complete nutter, but she's a lovely nutter.
That's nice.
Absolutely brilliant. But you've got so much going on. We mentioned the tour. You mentioned the album yourself. You're also performing tonight in Rewind.
Yeah, I'll be at Henley tonight and strutting myself across
with
the
who?
stage.
People like Jason Donovan's doing it, I think.
I don't know. Do you know? I haven't even.
But it's amazing
the
the explosion now. The explosion of 80s and 90s music. Everyone wants to listen to that stuff.
Yeah, I don't really know what it is because people say what is the connection. I think one of the things that came out of it was a very defining decade. I mean, if you look sort of the politics, the economics, the music. I mean, really identifiable bands, and also Live Aid. So that was a kind of focal point as well. But also bands got loads of TV exposure. I mean, we were doing TV all the time and we were around for 10 years.
Yeah.
And even when we had a dip in records, unlike today where they'd drop you at the, that's it, sorry, you're unsigned, they would stick with you. So you did have some kind of longevity as a musician. So, and also some of the songs were really naff, but a lot of them were really good.
They were brilliant.
I used to work on the radio in the mid-80s.
Yeah,
and I
you
remember, I think Tony Blackburn said, in about 30 years from now, these records are going to make fantastic oldies. What a great era this is going to be. And he said that in the middle of it all. And what a wonderful, vibrant era the 80s is now to look back on from this viewpoint. It's wonderful.
The audience is a little bit older and the knickers are a bit bigger.
Thank you very much for that.
So I just thought I'd throw that one in for you.
Thank you very much.
But they're very lovely.
Is it true that you never go anywhere still without a can of hairspray?
Well, as long as I've got enough on, yeah. They asked me, so what would be the thing you took on a desert island? Can of hairspray. Well, between probably Spandau and Duran were responsible for the ozone layer depletion anyway, single-handedly.
I think you probably were. Let's move on. Hey, listen, good luck with it all. I was a massive fan still.
Oh, no,
I think you're
man,
one of my favourite singers.
So. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All the best.
It's all good.
Let's have some more music, shall we? Performing her hit Hide and Seek.